Hi, my name is John and this is Business Focus. In today's video, we'll be talking about how to do forward selection in regression. So let's get started. In regression, we're trying to test for significant relationship between two variables here, your independent and dependent variable. Whether it's linear regression where it's one independent versus one dependent variable, or multiple regression where you're dealing with multiple independent variables and one dependent variables. In more cases than you would encounter, you tend to deal with more variables that you can handle with. So the next question you need to ask yourselves, how do you identify which variable is the best predictor here? So there are several ways of doing this, and one of the more common methods is using three types of selection here. You have forward selection, backward selection, and stepwise selection here. For our videos today, we'll be focused primarily on forward selection. Then in our future video, I'll discuss how to use backward selection and stepwise selection. And at the end of the video, of those three videos, we will compare if the results will get you the same result or different here, or if one is better than the other. Anyway, going back, so when you're dealing with forward selection, the point here is you're trying to add variables, one variable at a time, see which variable is significant, and then you add on top of it by adding one more variable and another here. So to better illustrate here, we have a sample data set here comprised of hotels here, and you can see here that there are four variables of interest here. You have overall rating, amenities, in-house dining, as well as comfort here. So the goal here first is to identify which is your independent and dependent variable here. Now, based on observation here, overall is your dependent variable because it relies on the other three variables that we have here. In terms of forward selection, whether you choose any of the variables you want to begin with will not matter here. So let's say you want to start with amenities, it's fine. So let's go to data tab and select data analysis and select regression here. So our y or independent variable is overall, and for our x independent variable, we'll start with amenities. Then let's display the output here. So we can see the summary output. So we're interested in the r-square value as well as the p-value here. So I would strongly suggest create a summary table here like this one, so we can compare the different models here, and you're going to create a lot here. So depending of the number of variables, so the more variables that you're dealing with, the more iteration you're going to construct here, so to make it easier for your sanity, so to speak. So for our first model, we'll be starting with amenities as mentioned. So let's see what the r-square is. It's 0.48. Then for p-value, it's less than 0.05. So it signifies, or our interpretation, that the variable is statistically significant here. So we want to retain this model. Which is it the best variable? Let's find out. So we still have in-house and comfort here. So let's do another one. So we'll now select in-house dining. So in this case, let's see the result here. So for our r-square, it's lower, 0.17. For p-value, it's greater than 0.05, so it's not significant. So we'll now do the same for our last variable. So let's do it for comfort, see if we will get the same, what is the result here. So for comfort, our r-square is even lower, 0.07, and our p-value is greater than 0.05. So again, it's not statistically significant here. So if you notice here that both in-house and comfort is not statistically significant, so we'll highlight that. So it's not for consideration, obviously, which leaves us with amenities here as our only variable of consideration. So that's step one now. Our next iteration here is we want to consider combinations of amenities and in-house. Will it be a better model? Or amenities and comfort, will it yield a better or worse model here? So type it here so we can see what our next step is. Amenities and in-house dining, then amenities and comfort. See which yield a better outcome here. So to do that, so we need to do some manipulation here. So we want to separate amenities here since it's already part of our predictor here. The question is, will it be either in-house or comfort? Will it provide a better outcome here? So we need to create or insert amenities for both, so we can do the regression properly, otherwise it will not work. So let's do regression. So for our independent, it's amenities and in-house dining first. So let's right here. So let's see here for in-house and amenities, what's our R-square? So it's higher than our original variable here, and our p-value is less than 0.05, so it is significant here. So the question here is, for amenities and comfort, will it yield a better model? So let's find out. So let's repeat the process. So it's now amenities and comfort instead. So let's see. So for amenities and comfort, it's slightly lower, and the p-value is less than 0.05, so they're both statistically significant here. So if you're dealing with two iterations that are both statistically significant, so your only comparison that you could use, which one is better, is the R-square here. So comparing the two R-square here, you can see that amenities and in-house dining has the higher R-square, so we will choose that as our better model here. So we'll do one more iteration. So we will delete other variables. So we will now consider all three together. Will it yield a better model here? So from amenities, in-house dining, as well as comfort, will it yield a better model here? So let's find out. So we'll select all three now, and let's see what the result is. So for our R-square, we can see it's 0.74. It's slightly higher. And then for our p-value, it's less than 0.05. So it is significant here. So the question here is using all three will be the better model here? Technically, yes. But in reality, if you were to look closely, so if you did some arithmetic here, so if you only included amenities and in-house, the two variables as mentioned, it's already pretty significant, right? From 0.48 it became 0.73 or 74. But if you were to add the third variable, comfort, in this case, it only yielded a 1.1% increase here. It's not pretty significant here. So in the end, all three variables is not the best predictor here. The best predictor is only the two variables here, which is in-house dining and amenities here. So that would be your best bet in terms of predicting overall rating here. So in terms of decision making, obviously this has a significant impact if you're a manager here in terms of improving overall performance of your hotel here. So how to improve amenities as well as in-house dining here is critical there. Anyway, that concludes our video here. So stay tuned for our next video where we talk about how to do backward selection and as well as stepwise selection here. Anyway, so if you enjoy these types of video, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Also, you can leave your comments down below to suggest other topics for future videos. For more guides, tutorials, and tips, you can check out my other videos. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.